morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans and every indigenous nation in that Islamic state of Nigeria. Just less than 8 months that President Tinubu becomes the president of the Islamic state of Nigeria. The number of lunatics have increased in Lagos State due to hardship under Tinubu and Governor Sanwo-Olu. They keep acquiring vehicles that are not important to them, private yacht and the rest. And they are telling the citizens to endure the hardship due to the challenges of the previous administration. The ongoing COP28 meeting in the UAE is one of those things we're talking about. You took about 1,000 delegates, and I watched some video of how some of them were making social media posts of how their hotel looks like, the food they are eating, the car they drove, and all those things. And I watched in particular having a presentation, and he was clueless on what he was saying. And other world leaders were looking like, what is happening? Look at this comic. It's just an example of what is happening. I could watch another interview again of the Inspector General of Police going to a green climate change meeting. What is his business there? The high level of nepotism in the system is so visible, it's so physical, you could touch it. I'm going to leave you with a long reading of how the embezzlement is going on right now, and I will do a bit of summary of it. Tinubu's wife gets almost $20 million monthly from illegal oil bunkering from Indian fugitive. Those are men that claims they are businessmen. They are actually on exile from their own country. Aside acquiring 4 oil blocks from Nigeria using Owando PSC as a front, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his wife Remi have allegedly has been receiving nearly $20 million monthly from illegal sales of 1.2 million barrels of Nigerian crude oil, valued at $97 million, using 81 per barrel liter sold to India and some part of Europe. This is the thing. His own son is no exception out of it. They have been creating companies to siphon money. Course. There have been other thing that has been opened by Tinubu recently. There's a taxi, you call it tax lag ride in Lagos. It's also being run by his son. These are the ventures of businesses they've been opening up with the money gotten from the whole country, with the country's resources to open up businesses. I'm going to leave you with some of this reading because this reading is quite much and I can't do everything right here. But a summary of it is that these people are ready to loot the company, nepotized every sector of the country to all Yoruba people, and the Fulani ones that see the one owning some of those resources, and they keep depriving and oppressing other tribes, other indigenous nations in that country, especially the Indibos. One of the ways they have made sure that things are so hard. Imagine you want to take a flight from Lagos to Abuja. You spend about 200,000 naira, 150,000 naira, and you're going from Asaba to Abuja, which is like another short distance. You're paying more money. This is a video of a young man. Kudos to Vanguard newspaper who posted it.
And then the flight, you na on a flight 300, 250. Our flight is about to take off. This is what they call three guided. You need load 3,000 Obetego. No say economy is too bad. You see, as we day for flights traveling to Abuja, things are very cost.
Looking at the flight, he said there's only 3 people inside the aircraft flying from Asaba to Abuja. What does a flight complain? What will they gain than making that flight much cheaper and affordable if the government is doing the proper thing? Because the government is not doing the proper thing, they just keep putting their own price. There's no price control system, so they can put any price they like. And now they are flying from Abuja or from Asaba to Abuja with just 3 passengers in the aircraft. Is that not ridiculous? The justice system has been a mess over time, and it's so painful that you see life lavaging and wasting in the prisons. I want to leave you with this video of how this man goes to different prisons in Nigeria, the Islamic State of Nigeria, and other African countries, how life have been lavaging, wasting there.
Why are our youths wasting away in the prison? Poor upbringing, lack of education, greed for money, participating in cultism for power, hunger and protection seeking. Also financial frustration, which leads to unnecessary aggression. Most of the ones who truly committed crime are there for economic crime and violent crime. But based on my findings in my 10 years of mission works in Africa prisons, over 70% of the inmates in African prisons are innocent. In some prison, you see them sitting for 19 years on awaiting trial.
I spent 19 years awaiting trial.
19 years awaiting trials.
I've been here 5 years, 3 months. Up till now, not even trial.
Some 10 years on awaiting trial, etc. You can't call them criminals, will you? Some are there because they can't afford lawyer.
How much is it that is holding you here? 3,000 naira. You mean 3,000 naira?
I have option of 2,000 naira.
2,000 naira. So because of that, you are inside this place. Okay. Have you been to court and they say 2,000 naira? Okay. It is a shame to be in prison for 2,000 naira. For me, I think it's a shame. What's the fine?
2,000 naira, sir.
2,000 naira. How long have you been here?
5 months now.
Jesus Christ. 2,000 naira for 5 months. You have been here 5 months because of 2,000 naira. Okay, we'll sort that out. That one quickly. We'll sort it out quickly so you can go home. Okay. Oh, how long have you been here?
I've been here 2014.
For how much?
10,000.
10,000 naira is holding you. What's your name?
Rekia Dauda.
Rekia Dauda. Okay. What's the fine?
20,000 naira.
Who say you pay 20,000?
Judge.
The judge. So you have been to court. Then you are just waiting to pay 20,000 and then you will go.
Yes.
We will sort it out.
And many of them, their case files are lost. Like in Kirikiri, you can see hundreds of them that have no case file. Many are there without parents' awareness. In Lagos prison, where we have 3,900 and something prisoners in one prison, Kirikiri medium prison, 75% are innocent because they are about 80% on awaiting trial. You cannot call somebody who is on awaiting trial a criminal.
How many times have you been in prison? Give out the microphone. 7 times.
Look at what stubbornness did to this young pretty lady. Joy is her name.
After watching the full clip of this video, I know the causes of this is all leads to bad governance and terrible leaders and politicians that have been in charge of that entity called Nigeria for a long time. It's so painful to see lives of people. Most of the people, 70% of them, are not even taken to court already. 70% of them are people innocent and they are all wasting life. South Africa is less than 70 million people and Nigeria is over 250 million people. The population of unemployed people in South Africa is probably 20%, but the population of unemployed people in Nigeria is more than 40%. That's half, more than the population. Nigeria's unemployed people are more than the whole population of South Africa. Think about it. It's time to wake up from this slumber and start taking action.